Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, perfect. I'm trying to connect. Okay, there's Alicia, Katie. Hi, Alyssa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So good to see you.
Happy
Wednesday, friends.
Happy Wednesday.
Mark. I know, I logged in on Mark's and now I don't know how to change it.
What did you do?
That's my husband's name.
Oh, you're fine. I'll just call you Mark.
Okay. I'll respond to anything.
I'll call you anything then. Just kidding. All right, happy day. I freaked out for a second because the Zoom meeting for September somehow wasn't on my Zoom list of meetings. But luckily y'all figured it out, or you just use the same link that we've been using. So I'm glad that y'all are here. We're about a minute away from starting. Does anybody have any special requests? Alyssa already gave me her special request for some lower back work because she is working from home like most of y'all. And pardon me while I get adjusted. I'm on location again. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, there we go. This will work. All right. Okay. Can you guys see me? Yeah, this is good. Perfect. All right, so why don't y'all just go ahead and get cozy. Oh, this is like my silhouette. Why don't y'all get comfy in your child's pose? Oh yeah, and then lights. Thank you. Perfect. All right, so get settled in your child's pose and close your eyes, make a wish, and make a wish for a great class. You already know you're gonna get a good one, but make a wish for the best class of your life. You're gonna get that class if you are fully present. You're gonna get that class if you check out from anything that happened before this moment. So anything that's stressing you out, anything that's weighing you down, just leave it off your mat for now. You've got 45 minutes to work on yourself. We're gonna move. Hopefully you'll sweat. We're gonna have a really good time. Wherever you are with your breath, let out a deep exhale. Oh, I hear that. And then take a deep breath in, counting to 6. Hold it there once your lungs are filled, and then open your mouth side out. Take this time to set an intention for your practice. And if you want, you can start to move your head from side to side so that you can open up your neck and start to move with your breath. Because you're breathing slowly, I want your movements to match that same pace. Put more pressure on your mat with your forehead. And with every exhale, try to bring your knees further apart and your hips closer to your heels. You've got one more round of breath. Hold it here once your lungs are filled, and then open up your mouth side out. Hi, Dario. On your next inhale, push into your tabletop. So stack your shoulders over your wrists. And we're gonna go into a wrist stretch first. So you're gonna flip your hands so that the tops of your hands press into your mat. Your fingertips are gonna face your knees. Good. But Alicia, not your palms, but the tops of your hands. So fingertips face down. Okay, or you can do that. That's fine. Just go from side to side and back and forth. Drop your head down so that you can open up the back of your neck. And dig your knees into the ground. Right away, start to engage your core. So all you have to do that is suck your stomach up and in. Great. And so now you're gonna flip your hands in the other way. Alicia, what you're doing now is what we're gonna do. So for you, tops of your hands, so not your palms, Tops of your hands are going to press into the mat, not a plank. All right, cool. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Keep your spine neutral, your hips over your knees. You've got one more round of breath, just like this. Exhale. And then next round of breath, inhale. On your exhale, bring your hips back just about an inch. You're gonna feel your forearms open, your wrists warm up. Keep your knees digging into the ground, and then feel your upper back round so that you can peel your shoulder blades apart. Release. Face your fingertips forward. And now go into a couple of rounds of cat-cow. And I'll let you guys go at your own pace. Your exhales are there for your cats, and your inhales are for your cow. Every time you go into your cow, try to drop your belly more and more so that you can stretch the front of your body. And every time you go into your cat, round your back just a little bit more and bring your chin as close to your chest as you can. Nice work, everyone. Let's go for 3 more rounds. When you're done with your 3, just let me know that you are done by going back into your tabletop. All right. Good job, Dario. I see you. When you are done with your 3, tuck your toes under, push right into your downward dog. So bring your hips up. Press your hands into the ground. Make sure that your hands and your feet are hip width distance apart, and bring your hips up high. And then so Alicia and Lisa, bring your chest back to your thighs just a little bit more. And then strengthen your arms. So as you ground your hands into the floor, feel your triceps contract and engage. That way your shoulders are a little bit farther away from your ears. Good. And then drop your head down. Dario, walk your feet back just a little bit and then keep your feet hip width distance apart. Cool. On your inhale, go into your plank. So shift your shoulders forward. Bring them in line with your wrists. As you exhale, go back into your downward dog. We're gonna do 2 more rounds of this. Inhale, shift forward into your plank. Keep your quads tight. Round your upper back. Exhale, go into your downward dog. Try to bring your heels a little bit closer to the ground. 1 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. You use your core to bring your hips up, and then drive your heels down closer to the floor. Now, as you look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep your arms up. We're gonna add a twist. Bring your right hand back. Keep your left hand forward. Make sure that your hips are square to the top of your mat. So Lisa, bring your right side hip forward. Dario, you too. You've got it. Alyssa, take your arms up. Keep your spine long, reach your fingertips to the ceiling, and then twist to the left. So your left hand goes back, your right hand goes forward. Perfect. Reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, swan dive, come all the way back down. Hinge at your hips. Come up into your halfway lift. As you inhale, look forward, keep your spine long. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. Bring your hands down, step back into your plank. You've got it. Shift your shoulders forward and then bend your elbows back to chaturanga. Take your backward bend. As your hips drop, look up and then go into your downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. Look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift. We're gonna do 4 more rounds of sun salutations. Exhale, hinge at your hips, and then reverse swan dive, sweep up. Go into your twist, bring your right hand back. Squeeze your thighs together. So Alyssa, bring your feet all the way in so your big toes touch. Good. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Try to squeeze your glutes now and then reach your fingertips apart. Take your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Come all the way down, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift as you inhale, flat back. Bring your booty back, roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Bring your hands down, step or jump back to chaturanga. Keep your elbows in, Alicia. Look up, relax the tops of your shoulders. Downward dog. Drive your heels down, open up your chest. Keep your head heavy. Look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. This is our third round, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then reverse swan dive. Reach up, lengthen your spine, touch the ceiling, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up, exhale, twist to the left. Come all the way back up, then swan dive, come all the way down, hinge at your hips, and then go into your halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, place your hands down, step, or jump back. Chaturanga. Good, you're opening up your chest, you're warming up your spine. Relax your shoulders, Lisa. Good, roll over your toes, downward dog. Our last two are here, look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way up. Twist to the right. Bring your feet all the way together, relax the tops of your shoulders, bring your fingertips far apart. Take your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Take your arms all the way back up. Stand tall, then swan dive. Keep your core tight as you make your way down. Good, everyone, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, place your hands down, step, jump back, and then go into your backward bend. Chaturanga, Dario. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Go into your downward dog. Final one, bring your hips up, ground your heels. We get a break after this. Look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, jump to the top, and then come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your arms up, reach your fingertips to the ceiling as you reverse swan dive. Good, twist to the right. Find your deepest twist yet. Bring your right side hip forward, Dario and Alicia. Take your arms up, and then twist to the left. Reach up nice and high as you face forward, and then swan dive. Come down, leading with your chest. Halfway lift as you inhale, roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, place your hands down, step or jump back, and then take your backward bend. From here, go into your your child's pose. Bring your hips back, straighten out your arms, and then relax your forehead on your mat. Take a moment. Whew. So if your heart is beating fast, and not just now, but anytime during class, you always have the control with your breath. So make your breaths slow and easy. Try to keep your breaths in through your nose and out through your nose so that you can generate a little bit more heat in your body. If you're one of my blue moon hot yogis, I know you're missing the hot room. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose is going to help you generate a little bit more heat. Not as much as we are in the hot room though. All right, push into your tabletop when you're ready. And get ready now for our first flow. Bring your hips up, go into your downward dog. And then from here, you're gonna lift up your right leg, bend your knee, point your toes down. You're gonna do some hip openers today, lots of twists. So start to draw circles with your right knee. Keep your toes pointed. Go in one direction 3 times and then go in the opposite. So you're just warming up your right side hip here. When you're done drawing those circles, straighten out your right leg, point your toes up, but keep your hips square to the mat. Awesome, all of you've got it. Point your toes and then extend your leg to the back of your mat a little bit more. And then no bouncing there, Dario, just keep it lifted. Good, now bring your right knee to your right elbow and then hold it. Twist it to the left, so try to touch your left elbow, awesome, and then sweep your right leg back up. Point your toes, lift it up a little bit higher. Now on your exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, step it through, drop your left knee down for a low lunge. Perfect, bring your right foot forward, Alicia, awesome, sweep your arms up. And then everyone bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head. So you're gonna cradle the back of your head. Lift your chin, dig your left knee into the ground, take your elbows far apart so you're opening up your chest, and press your right heel into the mat so that you can feel the stretch down the front of your left leg. One more round of breath. As you exhale, take your elbows farther apart, look up a little bit higher. And then release, face forward. Reach your arms up and then twist to the right. Place your left hand on your right knee and then bring your right arm back behind you. So this should feel good for you, Alyssa. Reach your right fingertips back and then put more pressure on your right knee with your left hand. So You've got your hand on your knee, press into it so that you can bring your right hand farther away from your midline. Bring your right hand up so that your wrist is in line with your shoulder. There you go. Release, face the top of your mat, bring your arms up, and then drop your hands down. Go into a half split. So your hips are gonna go back to your left heel, and you're gonna straighten out your right leg, half split. You can do it, Alicia, I saw that. Shake it, yes. No, you can't? Okay. Bring your chest closer to your right thigh, point and flex your right toes, and dig your right heel into the ground. Try to extend through the crown of your head so that the top of your head will one day touch the top of your foot. Good. And then the next time your toes are back to your face, hold it right there, and then bring your right hip back, your left hip forward. Release by bending your right knee. Tuck your left toes under, and then sweep your right leg up for three-legged dog. Flow. Keep your leg lifted. Shift your shoulders past your wrist, bend your elbows back, and then open up your chest. Gorgeous Dario. Downward dog, lift your hips. So flow, Alyssa, or just meet in downward dog. Okay, we'll wait for you. Perfect. Left side, inhale, lift up your left leg, and then do the warm up again. Bend your left knee. Draw those circles with your knee, 3 in one direction. And then go in the opposite. Keep your hands planted, and then again, your chest closer to your thighs. So bring your hips up a little bit more, Dario, and try to ground your right heel. There you go. Cool. Now straighten out your left leg, point your toes, lift your leg a little higher. Bring your left knee to your left elbow, hold it, and then swipe it to the right. Straighten your leg, point your toes up, squeeze your left butt cheek. Good, bring it up, bring it up. And then bring your knee into your chest, step it through, drop your right knee down. Reach your arms up. So both legs should be at 90-degree angles, awesome. Try to bring your left knee into your midline a little bit more. As you reach your fingertips up, then you can bend your elbows, get the grip behind your head. Take your elbows far apart, squeeze your shoulders together. You're gonna open up your chest that way, dig your right knee into the ground, bring your hips a little bit more forward. Feel your chest lift up to the ceiling. And then release by bringing your fingertips back up. Go into the twist, so turn to the left. Place your right hand on your left knee and then extend your left fingertips away from your midline. Look past your left fingers. Feel the stretch between your shoulders. Keep the connection between your right knee and the ground. One more round of breath. Oops. Release. Take your arms up and go into your half split. Straighten out your left leg. Place your hands down, point and flex your toes. So since this is our first half split, take some time because your hamstrings are not super warmed up yet. The next time your toes are back to your face, keep them right there. Bring your left hip back, your right side hip forward. You've got one more round of breath. And then release, bend your left knee. Tuck your right toes under, sweep your left leg up. Three-legged dog, and then flow. Shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows back. Open up your chest. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Nice. Exhale, downward dog. From here, lift up your right leg. Step your right foot through, and then turn to face the left side of your mat. Wide leg forward fold. So you're hinging at your hips. Your feet are about 5 feet apart, but you want your toes in, your heels out. Place your hands right in front of your face, or if you can, you're gonna grab your heels from behind to deepen the stretch in your hamstrings. Good. So now Lisa, try to make your back a little bit more flat. You've got a lot of rounding. So bring your chest forward, yep. Now bend your elbows back toward your shins so that you can feel this in your hamstrings a little bit more. There you go, roll the weight to your toes. Try to extend your forehead closer to the ground, pull a little bit harder. This is all about using your upper body strength to open up your lower body muscles. So hamstrings are opening, keep your quads tight. One more round of breath. Exhale, pull a little bit harder, decompressing your spine. Release, let go of the grip. Place your hands back in front of you and then bend your knees, pivot to face the top of your mat. Go into your crescent lunge. Take your arms up. Keep your right knee bent. Straighten out your left leg. There you go. Good save. You're on your left toes. Drive your left heel back. Good. Now sit up a little bit taller, Dario, and then try to tuck your tailbone a little bit more to work your core. There you go. Twist to the right now. So right hand goes back. Your left hand stays forward, just like we did in the warm-up. Relax the tops of your shoulders. And then Alicia, you can bring your right foot out towards the garage door a little bit more so that you can have a little bit more stability. There you go. Bend your right knee even more to get into your outer right hip. And then release. Cartwheel your arms. Frame your right foot with your hands. Go into a double leg stretch. So both legs are going to stay straight. Your hips are square to the ground. Bring your hips up, Dario. And then straighten your right and your left leg. Is it hard for you to see me? Okay. So you're basically, Lisa, you've got it. Both legs are going to be straight. Your right foot is forward. How about this? Your right foot is forward. Your left heel is dropped. Bring your right heel up. Hinge at your hips. One more round of breath. And then release. Bend your right knee. Sweep your right leg back up. And then bend your right knee. Point your toes down to open up the right side of your body. If you're ready and warmed up for Wild Thing, go into it. Bring your right foot to the left side of your mat. Open up your chest. Bring your fingertips away from your midline. Perfect. Chin up. Drop your head back even more and then release. Bring your right hand down. Sweep your right leg back up and then flow. Bend your elbows back. Open up your chest and then go into your downward dog. Nicely done, everyone. All right, we're going to go into the left side and then I'm going to move my mat so that you can see me a little bit better. As you inhale, lift up your left leg, sweep it up, and then step your foot in between your hands, go into your wide leg forward fold. So hinge at your hips. This time, you're going to interlock all 10 fingers. So take your arms up and back, squeeze your palms together, drive your knuckles up to the ceiling. So Dario, turn a little bit more so that you're facing the long edge of your mat rather than the top. Turn to the side. There you go. Nobody's looking at your booty but me. Bring your hands, bring your thumbs away from your tailbone and then drive your knuckles up to the sky. That looks good, Lisa. Now everyone roll the weight to your toes so that your heels can lift. They don't have to, but if they do, you're gonna feel a deeper stretch. There you go, Alicia, I see you. Straighten out your arms even more, bring them up. And then release by dropping your thumbs back to your tailbone. Drop your hands down to the ground, bend your knees, turn to face the top of your mat. You're going into your crescent again. So your left knee is bent, your right leg stays straight, sweep your arms up. So every time you go into this lunge, you are testing your balance. If you feel wobbly, all you gotta do is take your feet a little bit farther apart, but you've all got it. Reach your arms up a little bit higher, Lisa, and keep your wrists in line with your shoulders, good. And then bring your hands down, go into your double leg stretch. So your right heel drops, your left toes are gonna lift. Perfect. Dario, straighten out your left leg, perfect. And then now your right hip is gonna come down, left hip is gonna come up. Get your forehead as close to your shin as you can. You're lengthening your spine, the back of your left and right legs. Dig your left heel into the mat. One more round of breath. And then release by bending your left knee. Sweep your left leg up. Bend your knee, point your toes. Wild Thing. So now the left foot is gonna go to the right side of your mat. Open up your chest. Bring your fingertips away from your midline. Lift your chin. Keep your right hand grounded. Release. Bring your left hand down. Three-legged dog. And then flow. Bend your elbows back. Relax the tops of your shoulders. And then go into your child's pose. Just take a tiny break. Whew. Okay, so as you take this break, close your eyes, take a moment to recenter and remind yourself of your intention. Get any extra wiggles out of the way. And because your body is super warm, you can tap into your breathing, take your knees farther apart, bring your hips closer to your heels. Okay, one more round of breath before we get back to movement. And whenever you're ready, push back into your downward dog. Hopefully this is a little bit better for y'all. Cool. Go into your downward dog. Lift up your right leg. Point your toes up. And then bring your right knee to your right elbow. Hold it. Right knee to right elbow. Swipe it to the left. Bring it right back up. Lift your leg higher. Then bend your right knee. Go into your wild thing. So step your right foot to the left side of your mat. Open up your chest. This is going to be fun. We're going to transition into a side plank. So you're going to stack your shoulders over each other. Your outside edge of your left foot is digging into the mat. Cross your right foot over the left. There you go. And that was good. You got it, Lisa. You can bring your right foot farther away from your left so that you have a bigger gap. Keep your shoulders stacked over each other. You can do it, Dario. Reach your arms up. Lift your hips. Nice, Alicia. Then bring your right hand down. Go back into your plank. Downward dog. Lift up your left leg. Bend your left knee. Point your toes down. And then bring your left knee to your left elbow. Hold it. Swipe it to the right. And then straighten it out. Point your toes back. Wild thing. So now your left foot is going to go to the right side of your mat. Open up your chest. Reach your fingertips apart. Lift your chin a little bit higher. And then we're going to go back into the side plank. So roll the weight to the outside edge of your right foot. Cross your left foot over. Good. Or you can stack. That's good too, Dario. Reach your left hand up. Go back into your plank. Whew. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Ground your heels. From here, you're going to look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. And then come up into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms up, sit low, go right into your chair. So as you go into your chair, your hips are going to drop. You're going to reach your arms up straight. We did lots of chair movements on Monday. Not going to do that much today. Sit even lower, Dario, and then bring your knees back so that one day they will be in line with your ankles. So booty goes back. Yep, there you go. Lean your upper body back so that your chest can open. And then bring your arms up a little bit more. Release. Straighten out your legs. Hinge at your hips. Drop your fingertips down to the mat. Bring your chin down to your chest. Halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down. Go back into your high plank. You're going to go from high plank down to your forearms. So drop down to your elbows. Keep your shoulders and your wrists in one line. Sorry, your shoulders and your elbows in one line. Your wrists and your elbows in one line. There you go. Drive your heels back. I see you squeezing. Lisa, bring your hips down just a little bit. Perfect. From here, go back into your high plank. And then drop back down onto your forearms. We're going to go from forearm to high plank 4 more times. Move at your own pace. The goal here is to keep your shoulders and your hips from rocking. Good. When you're done with your 5, hang out in your forearm plank. Great job, guys. All right, we're gonna hang out here for just another couple more breaths. If you need to take a break, drop down to your knees, but remind yourself you can do it. All right, last few seconds, you're gonna take a break in 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Take your knees apart, straighten out your arms, rest your forehead on the mat. I'm taking you through a couple of planks before we go into our final flow so that your core is super strong. The next thing we're gonna do is forearm plank in a dolphin. So go back into your forearm plank, keep your shoulders right over your elbows, and then interlock all 10 fingers. So you're gonna, yep, perfect. Dig your elbows into the ground, straighten out your legs. So now you're in your forearm plank. You've got it, Dario. Keep your neck in line with your spine. From here, bring your booty down, Alicia. From here, you're gonna go into your dolphin. So walk your toes up. Lift your hips, dig your elbows into the mat, and then drop your head down. From here, go back into your plank, lengthen your spine, drive your heels back, squeeze your glutes. So from plank, thank you so much. Go into your dolphin, dig your elbows into the mat, back into your plank. 5 of these, 5 more. Okay, so walk your toes closer to your elbows if you can. Lift your hips up even higher. Your exhales are gonna take you back into your plank. When you're done with your 5, let me know by hanging out in your forearm plank. So we're gonna wait for everyone to finish. Hi, Dutch. Good. I've got 2 more. Move with your breath. Always keep your core engaged, even when you're not doing these movements. That'll be good for you too, Alyssa, if you can hear me. And again, when you're done with your 5, hang out in your forearm plank. All right, we're ready. Child's pose. Take your knees apart. Straighten out your arms, bring your hips back. Whew, rest your forehead on the mat. If y'all need water, please take a water break. I definitely need some today, so I'm gonna have some. If you don't need water, that's cool too. Just hang out in your child's pose for a little bit longer. So as promised, we've got one more standing flow. I've got a chill little section to help us open up our hips a little bit more and get into more twisting before we lay down for our cool down. So whenever you're ready, go back into your downward dog. Take a moment to open up the backs of your legs a little bit more, bring movement back into your body, especially your legs, your hips. Drop your head down, straighten out your legs, good. Bring your right leg up. And as you take it up, bend your right knee, point your toes down. We have more core planks. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Perfect. Straighten out your leg, point your toes back. Now bring your right knee to your left elbow. Hold it. Good. Straighten out your leg, point your toes up, and then step your right foot through to go into your crescent. Reach your arms up, sit really low. And like we've been doing, add that twist. Bring your right hand back, bend your right knee a lot, drive your left heel to the back of your mat. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Good. And yes, exactly. If you need a little bit of help, place your left hand on your right knee to find a deeper twist. You're going to feel your left hip open up a little bit more. You've got it, Lisa. Bend your right knee. Good. Now sweep your arms up, face the top of your mat. From here, we're going to launch right into our warrior 3. So keep your right foot planted and then hinge at your hips. Create a T shape with your body, either reaching your fingertips to the top of your mat, keep your hands in prayer, or reach your fingertips to the back of your mat. Awesome. You can always modify by dropping your hands down. You've got it, Lisa. Keep your right big toe grounded. Release by sweeping your arms up. Bring your left knee into your chest. Pull hard with all 10 fingers interlocked right at your shin. Cool. Ground your right foot into the mat. You've got it. Good focus, Alicia. Last few seconds, and then we're going to go back into our crescent. Release. Step your left foot all the way back. Reach your arms up. And then drop your left hand down. Extend your right fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Keep your left leg straight. Are you okay, Dario? Your right knee is bent. Bring your right hand up. Take as long as you need for this break. Good. Bring your right hand back behind you. Open up your chest. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Awesome. Straighten out your left leg a little bit more. Extend your right fingertips up a little bit higher. And then release. Bring your right hand down. Bring your right foot back down. Roll onto your left toes. Sweep your right leg up. Bend your knee. Wild thing. Open up your chest. Fingertips go away from your midline. So these wild things are heart openers, but they're also here to open up your chest, your quads. Strengthen your legs. Bring your hips up a little bit more, Dario. Hips up. Perfect. Release. Bring your right hand back down. Extend it out to straight and then flow. Downward dog. Bring your chest back to your thighs. Again, this is our final flow. Last one on the left side. Bend your left knee, point your toes. More core planks. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Hold it. Straighten out your leg. Lift your leg higher. Then bring your left knee to your right elbow. Hi, Alyssa. Welcome back. Straighten out your arms even more around your upper back. Then lift your left leg up. Bring it to the back of your mat. Step it through. Crescent lunge. Take your arms up. Bend your left knee a lot to get your left thigh parallel to the mat. Straighten out your right leg. And then bring your right side hip forward, Dario and Lisa. Go into your twist. Bring your right hand forward, your left hand back. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. And then again, if you did it on the other side, place your right hand on your left knee. Find your deepest twist. Look past your left fingertips. Good. Take your arms up, face the top of your mat. Keep your left knee just the way it is for one round of breath. After you exhale, launch into your warrior three. So balance onto your left leg. Taking whichever option you did on the other side with your hands. So play around with the placement. Arms extended to the top are the hardest. Hands in prayer is the next hardest. Hands back, a little bit more manageable. Good job, Alyssa. Lift your right leg up a little bit more. And then release into your crescent. Bring your right foot back. Take your arms up, bend your left knee a lot. Good. And then release by going into your low lunge. Right hand comes down, left hand goes up. Bring your left knee into your midline. Start to bring your left fingertips out. And then roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Keep your hips lifted. Feel your outer hip open. Extend your left fingertips up a little bit more. And then release. Bring your left hand down. Sweep your leg up. Bend your knee, point your toes, wild thing. This might be the last one. Open up your chest. Bring your fingertips away from your midline. Drop your head back, lift your chin. And then release. Sweep your left leg up. And then flow. From here, we're all gonna end in our downward dogs. You're gonna walk your hands to the back of your mats. Take your feet a little bit farther apart, so more than shoulder width distance. Keep the weight on your toes. Grab the outsides of your feet. Yes. Take your feet farther apart, Dario. And then everyone engage your quads. Perfect. So by engaging your quads, your hammies are opening up way more. Use your bicep strength, so everyone bend your elbows. Bend them back, Lisa, and try to dig your elbows into your shins. Take a deep breath in, feel your spine lengthen. On your exhale, bring the crown of your head closer to the ground. Send your breath to your spine, your hamstrings. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears as much as possible. And then release. Stay in your forward fold. Place your hands in front of you though, and then start to toe heel your feet all the way together. So your big toes, your heels are connected. Perfect. Bend your left knee. Place your left hand on the ground in front of your face. Extend your right hand up. So as you bend your left knee, you're gonna feel the right hip open. Left hand comes down, right hand goes up. There you go, Alyssa. And then again, the more you bend your left knee, the more you're gonna feel this in your right side. Keep your right shoulder stacked over the left. Maybe engage your right triceps. Reach up nice and high, and then release, switch sides. Straighten out your left leg, bend your right knee, and then extend your left hand up. Make that bend deep, extend your left hand up. Send your breath to your lower back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, deepest twist. Lucky. Release. Bring your left hand down. Come up into your halfway lift as you inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, sit your hips on your heels. So you're gonna go into a little bit of a toe stand. Yep, your hips are on your heels. You're just on your tippy toes. Start to stack your shoulders over your hips. Yep, no big deal. We're just hanging out. Lisa, bring your knees all the way together. Squeeze your thighs in. That looks great, Dario, but now straighten out your spine. Yep, exactly. So shoulder blades are pressing into each other so your chest can open. And exactly, if you have the balance, bring your hands up to heart center. To play around with your balance, you can start to extend your arms up. To play around with it even more, add a twist. So keep your knees pointing the top of your mat. Yes, Alicia, gorgeous. Squeeze your thighs in. You've got it, Alyssa. Touch that back wall behind you. And then switch sides. If you went in, bring your arms up. Keep your spine long, twist to the left. So all those twists warmed you up for this. All the balancing we did prepared us to hang out on our toes for a little bit longer. Release, bring your arms up. Bring your hands down, then straighten out your legs. Bend one knee at a time, just shake it out. Feel your hips open. Drop your head down even more. And then from here, you're gonna slowly roll up. Coming up to standing, stack your shoulders over your hips. We're gonna go into tree before we lay all the way down. So Take a moment to just stand on your mat with your feet planted, your big toes connected. And then drop your arms down both sides of your body. We're going into mountain just for a moment so that you can bring a little bit more calmness back into your body, reconnect to your breath. Try to relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Now start to shift the weight to your left leg and then bring your right foot up. So as you bring your right foot up, you're either gonna rest it on the inside of your left thigh or your shin, just whatever you do, don't put it on your knee. Awesome, Melissa. Try to bring your right knee away from your midline. Stand up tall, so you're straightening your spine and lengthening it. And extend through the crown of your head. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. If you want, your hands can come up to heart center. You can also spread your branches by bringing your arms up. The goal is to bring your right knee farther away from your midline so that you can open up your right side hip. Release. Bring your right foot down. Drop your arms back down to both sides. Take a moment. You're gonna do it again on the other side. So you're gonna balance onto your right foot and then bring your left foot up either onto your right shin or the inside of your right thigh. And then this time around, play around with your hand placement in a different way. You can do hands at heart center or spread your branches exactly. I'm gonna do reverse prayer hands so that I can open up my chest a little bit. So play around with that. That looks great, Dario. Bring your left knee back a little bit more. Everyone engage your right quads. Beautiful focus. One more round of breath. And then release, drop your left foot down. On your inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge at your hips. And then as you bend your knees, sit your hips onto your heels and then just roll onto your backs. Keep your knees bent to get ready for a couple of rounds of bridge. All right, so it's gonna be smooth sailing from here on out. We're gonna start with bridge though, so keep your knees over your ankles, hands on both sides of your body. With your hips on the mat, inhale, and on your exhale, squeeze your glutes to lift your hips. Press your shoulder blades into the mat, keep your knees over your ankles. Dario, open up your feet a little bit more so that they're hip width distance apart. Perfect. Dig your heels into the ground, squeeze a little bit tighter, and then release. Come down one vertebra at a time. Allow your hips to sink into the mat. Perfect. One more, inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, open up your chest, press your shoulders into the mat, and then release. Allow your hips to drop. And then once they do, straighten out your left leg, bend your right knee, and then bring it up to your right shoulder. Draw circles with your right ankle. And then go in the opposite direction. To release, bend your left knee and then hook your right ankle onto your left thigh. You're gonna go into your reclined pigeon. So press your shoulder blades into the ground. If you need more than this, start to bring your right knee farther away from your chest. You've got it, Dario. So your right ankle is hooked onto your left thigh. And then when I say bring your knee away from your chest, you're bringing it to the top of your mat. Yep, exactly. If you want more, you can lift your left foot up. So lift your left foot off of the ground, yep. And then maintain that same stance with your knee farther away from your chest as a way to open up your right hip. Good, everyone keep your right foot flexed. One more round of breath. Release by straightening out your left leg, straighten out your right, point your toes up to the ceiling, point and flex your toes. You can walk your hands up toward your ankle. If you want more, lift your chest up so that your shoulder blades come off of the ground. So your right leg is lifted, Lisa, your left leg is down. Perfect. And you can keep your hands on your hamstrings, whatever feels good for you. Just go for the deep stretch for your hammies. Release by dropping your shoulder blades down to the ground. Grab the outside of your right foot and then bring your right foot away from your midline. So you're getting into your inner thighs, your hips. Keep your left hand on your left hip so that it remains grounded. Same thing as your left shoulder. And everyone flex your right toes. One more round of breath. Release by bringing your foot back up, stack it over your hip, and then go into your half happy baby. bend your right knee. So this is going to improve your hip mobility, which will impact the way your warriors look, any of the lunges that we do. You'll notice a difference. And for that, you're welcome. Release, straighten out your right leg, go to the left side, bend your left knee. When we're moving on this side, draw those circles. Go in 3 in one direction, and then the opposite. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Excellent. Release by going into your reclined pigeon, bend your right knee, rest your left ankle on your right thigh, and then bring your knee away from your chest. Your left foot will stay flexed. Good. If you want more, take whatever variation you did on the other side. So for me, that was lifting up my foot. Good. And if you want even more than this, you can always straighten out your right leg. But whatever you do, keep both of your shoulders planted into the mat equally. Same thing as your hips. And you're, again, bringing your left knee farther away from your midline to open up your left hip. Release, straighten out your right leg, straighten out the left, grab the outside of your left foot. Keep your toes flexed, drop your right foot down, Dario. Bring it down to the floor, yep. And then now you're gonna bring your left foot away from your midline. I've got this couch here to support me. Make sure that your foot is flexed so your toes are back even more. You've got at least to try to straighten out your leg if you can. One more round of breath. And then release. Bring your ankle back in line with your hip. Start to walk your hands up, and then you're gonna go into the deepest hamstring stretch. Maybe you're gonna lift your shoulders off of the ground. Keep your toes pointed, lengthening the back of your left leg. Sink your hips into the mat. Bend your elbows to find a deeper stretch. Release by dropping your shoulders down to the ground. Grab the outside of your left foot. Half happy baby. So like we did on the other side, place your right hand on your right hip this time. Keep your right shoulder on the ground. Flex your left toes. Drive your heel up. Pull hard so that your left hip can open. Release into your full happy baby. So now just bend your right knee, grab the outside of your right foot. Rock from side to side. Press the back of your neck into the ground. Send your breath to your inner thighs, your hips. Your upper body is working here, so pull even more. Last round of breath. Release by dropping your feet down. Keep your knees over your ankles. Let's do one round of bridge. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, squeeze tight. Press your shoulder blades into the mat. And then release by coming down one vertebra at a time. And just like that, we're ready for our final Savasana. So take a moment, either laying in your final Savasana with your legs straight or going into your reclined butterfly. So whichever option you take, there's no right or wrong. It's just what your body needs today. And every day you show up is different. So all the hip openers we did today have opened you up or helping you release any tension, especially in your hips, but throughout your body, you're gonna feel really good. Whichever option you decided on, take a moment, try not to move so that you can not just find stillness, but bring peace throughout your body. Rest quietly on your mat, feeling free to just let your breath flow however it will do. And before I wake you up from your final Savasana, just take a second to reflect on your intention. Remind yourself what brought you to your mat today. If you're in your reclined butterfly, start to straighten out your legs. Nice control. Then take your arms up and overhead, frame your ears with your biceps. Touch. Take a deep breath in, lengthening your arms, your spine, your legs, and then roll onto your right side body. Bend both of your knees, curl into a fetal position, and then push up into a seat. Now you're going to just face the top of your mat. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Now that you're in your crisscross applesauce, your hands are just going to rest on your knees. On your next inhale, bring your hands right to your heart and feel your heartbeat. That is a gift, one that you should be so grateful for. Your heart is beating just for you. You worked so hard to strengthen your heart, the rest of your body. And I hope the rest of your day is as amazing as these past 45 minutes. From the bottom of my heart to all of yours, thank you so much for working hard. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank y'all. I'm sorry that we went a little bit past curfew, but you know, 45 minutes goes by super fast. You feeling good?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, Alyssa. I'm happy that you were here. Special guest of the day. Good luck working from home, and message me if you have any questions.
I'll see you on Saturday.
Perfect. See you on Saturday. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Have a super day, everyone. Thank you. Dario, stay around for 2 seconds if you can.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Alicia.